Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I am going to be starting a new Sims 4 Legacy challenge. I saw this challenge online a couple of weeks ago by Rosanna TXT. It's called the Origins Legacy Challenge, and honestly, I've been getting a little inspired to make a save file in The Sims for a while, and I thought that this could be the perfect way to not only make a save file, but also to actually play through the save file as I'm making it, because I feel like the hard part for me with save files is that I like building, I like create a sim, and I like gameplay. So if I were just creating a save file, I feel like I would be wanting to play it, and then by the time I did literally all of the worlds and all of the lots, I would kind of rush it near the end, just knowing myself. I also don't think that's as fun of a series to watch. So yeah, it's called the Origins Legacy Challenge, and the fun part about this challenge, or at least the way that I'm gonna play it, is that the families will age throughout making the save file, and then as the community lots get built, they'll get edited and upgraded. So by the end of the save file, I'm not gonna have the same starting point for every household. It's gonna kind of progress as we make it, if that makes sense. But let's jump right into it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see me play through the rest of this challenge. I'll tell you a little bit about what the Legacy Challenge is, and I also already made my founding families for it. So it says, take your Sims back to square one. Empty worlds, limited jobs, and the only resources are the ones they can find or earn. Can your founding family shape a thriving town from scratch? This is more than a legacy. It's the story of how an empty save becomes a living, breathing world, built lot by lot, sim by sim. And another huge shout out to this creator, because this Notion tracker is so extensive and it's going to be so helpful for me. I already know that. The starting rules for this challenge are that you have to have a completely empty save file. So I don't remember whose save file I used, but it was one with all of the Sims updates. I'll try to link it in the description. You can do it with or without any of the packs, so just however many packs and worlds you have. The way that you start is you place 4 families in starter homes in Willow Creek. I actually did my starting world as Henford-on-Bagley because I thought it would make more sense for the families to start there, and I'll explain why. But you have 4 families, and these become the founding families of your Sims world. And basically, you're supposed to give each of them 20K, and then you can build a house with that. You can just have them start full rags to riches, that kind of thing. I built them all a house, and most of them do not have a lot of money left after that. It also says for the challenge that you're allowed to play with one household or do rotational gameplay, and I've actually never done rotational gameplay before, so I was really excited about that aspect. So I'm gonna jump around between the households when I play. I just don't want to make this video super long by talking through all of the rules of this challenge. I feel like it's more fun to just get into it. So if you want more information or you're confused about anything that I'm doing, I'm going to link the Notion down below, and you can definitely take a look at that. The kind of way that I'm going to be doing this challenge is I have made my 4 founding families dressed in that old settler kind of look. I also am having them only do careers to start with that would be around kind of in that time period. I'm going to have farmers and fishermen, a town that's actually being built from the bottom up. I'm not going to do traditional marriages or have everybody be white or anything like that in this challenge, kind of like Bridgerton rules. I also am not going to stop them from using their phones or traveling by car or whatever is already baked into the Sims gameplay. So we're going to try to roleplay the best we can, but it's not going to be perfect. So like I said, I already made these Sims. I used a random generator to randomize the genders, the ages, the skin colors, and body sizes and all that. And then I just kind of tweaked them, added a little bit of CC once I did that. Oh. I'm so excited. This is my first time sharing my Sims game, so oh my. Okay. I don't know where I've loaded in. Hold on. This is my Henford on Bagley. I know I'm supposed to start in Willow Creek. I did not. I really feel like that UK like cottage living pack is perfect for starting out, especially when most of my founding families are doing some kind of like farming or fishing. I tried to put one family in each like area of the map. So we have our farming family, that's more like crop farmers over here, the Mahoneys. So this is Saul Mahoney. I randomized all the names. Don't come for me if any of them are like really weird. He is a young adult. He has the gardener aspiration because he's a farmer. And then he is also ambitious, a foodie, and a loner. He's ambitious because he is working on his farm from sun up to sundown, and he wants to put all of his effort and time into farming. He is a foodie because his wife is a really good cook. And he's a loner because he just spends all day on the farm hanging out by himself. And I kind of tried to do his outfits like very olden times kind of. This is what they used to swim in. Just such a fun, I don't know. I played around with it. I'm not the best at like costume designing in that way. It's fun. This is his wife, Kira. She has the master chef aspiration. She is really good at cooking. She's not going to go into the culinary career, but she loves to cook. She loves to cook for him. She loves to cook for all of the families in the community and bake and bring it over to their houses. She's an insider because she's a really social person. She's family oriented. She's really excited to have kids, and neat because she's just maintaining kind of the house. She's doing all the laundry. She's cooking. She's doing kind of the more domestic arts while he's out on the farm. I put like a little sprinkle of something that could be drama into it because he's a loner and she's an insider. So she's going to really want to socialize all the time, and he's not going to want to. So she's probably going to have to find that from some of the other people in town instead of from her husband. Oh, and let me show you her outfits too, actually. Hold on. So just like cutie vibes, like this is like the nightgown, the old timey nightgown. Same thing, swimwear. Like they were wearing this shit in the water, which is crazy to think about. They don't have kids yet. They're both young adults and they just moved in to this little farm together. This is, okay, so this right here, I'm sorry, I don't know why she's naked, but Seriously Sims is who I downloaded the save file by. Here they are, and here is their sad little, it's cute little farmhouse that they've bought. They have all this land to develop on, but this is what their little 20 grand got them, and they have 4,000 left to spare. They actually ended with the most left to spare, I think, of any of my family. We have a few little plots of farmland they can start tilling on, and then like a cutie little fire pit to hang out at. I've also got a wash line and a wash basin or whatever it's called, because she's got to do laundry in the really horrible way, unfortunately. I also got them bees. It's fun, and nobody else had bees. I've got some like plants. I don't know. I did start in spring, but some of the crops look really dead, so we'll see what happens there. And then yeah, this is their cutie little house. I took inspiration. Can you tell where I took my inspiration from? I'm not the best builder, but their first floor level is pretty bare bones. This is actually, the more that I did these families, the more that I got comfortable doing this style of architecture, and it looks way better. But this one is actually pretty bare bones. I might have to add a few things to it because it's kind of sad looking back on the first one I did. So we've got their little kitchen. They've got their old-timey fridge and oven, and then some grass coming through the wall, which is awesome. Ignore that. Their little living room. In here they have their bathroom with, of course, a bathtub because nobody had showers. And then you can go up a level to the bedroom. Wow, this has nothing in it. It's just a bed, a laundry hamper, and another oil light, because at night I am having it where they don't have electricity, so it's just all lit up by these like oil lamp. I know that's kind of a bulb, but pretend it's an oil lamp. Yeah, we're kind of going with like, they just moved in. This is their new tiny little farm building. It's like one of these buildings around here that they just bought and moved into, and they are going to decorate it with time once they make some money from gardening. Honestly, I feel like plants make such a huge profit in Sims, like especially flowers. They sell for crazy amounts. Maybe she'll take up like flower arranging or something, but I totally see her as the kind of neighbor that's just going to go around to all the houses and meet everybody else in the world. Our second farming family is Sloan, and this randomized me a lot of kids. The Sloans are a couple with 3 kids. And some of the dice of chance events that you can roll in this are like a baby boom and stuff like that. So I'm scared that this family's going to end up with like 7 kids. Okay, so this is Grayson Sloan. He is a country caretaker. This is the farmers that are going to be more focused on like animal care. So they're going to have cows and llamas and chickens and stuff like that. Grayson is an animal enthusiast, of course, you have to be. And he is good. And then he's also a bit squeamish. It's not fun to have all perfect good traits all the time. You need something that could maybe start a little drama. So maybe he's not the one who's cleaning the chicken coop. His husband is Rory. I don't know why he's naked. Oh, let me show you some of his outfits actually. Hold on. I don't know why it's like loading them in their gym outfit. This is actually his daily outfit, which I think is so cute. Like just a little rancher. It's not very practical for like hanging out with animals, but maybe he just likes to hang with them and not do a lot of work. Same kind of vibes. And then yeah, the swimwear is always just makes me laugh every single time. But look at how cute this is with this little chicken apron. Stop. And his cold weather. I didn't spend a lot of time on the men's outfits. I'm like really bad at men's clothes. Then we have Rory. Rory is his husband, and he is also wants to be a country caretaker. They are both working on the farm, working with the animals. Rory is also an animal enthusiast, and he is romantic. He is also self-absorbed because he's not very good at parenting. He's very focused on like farming and being romantic with his husband. And honestly, I kind of picture this family as one of those traditional farming families. Not saying that every farming family has to be like this at all, but I'm picturing this family as one of those ones where like the kids are kind of raising the kids. So there might be some drama there, but I don't think there will be drama between Rory and Grayson and their love life. What is happening? Grayson feels like he was cheated on by Rory. And then we have, I'm not going to go through actually the outfits for everyone just because I'm now realizing that it's like too much and I didn't spend a lot of time on them, especially this kid. So this is Dustin. He randomized with the trait kleptomaniac, which I think is absolutely hilarious because like he's just stealing shit, which is so funny and random. And I can't wait to see that happen. He wants to be a whiz kid. So he's smart. He's not very active. He's more kind of like a bookie kind of guy. So we'll see how that works on the farm. And then we have the twins, Iris and Gilbert. So she is independent, which is going to be perfect because I don't think anyone's going to have a lot of time for her. And Gilbert is a charmer, which is really cute. And I just am like obsessed with this little outfit. She's so cute. Look at this little outfit. That's that family. That is definitely my biggest family that I am starting with because like I said, there's like the baby boom event and a lot of events where you can increase your family size. So I didn't want to start with too many kids in every household. Why is no one home? So we've got just the kids home. Oh yeah, when we loaded in, this was him. At somebody else's house. Kids home alone, good start. So this house, we have only $16 left to our name because I had to build all the animal buildings as well. So we have the cute little farmhouse here, and then I'll show you the chicken coop and the cow area. So if you go into their house on the bottom, and I tried, you guys, like I'm not the best builder, but I'm sure that it looks fine for our purposes. We've got the candlelight situation again. This is we're starting pretty small here for the amount of Sims that we have. We have a little kitchen, kind of does the job, little table and chairs, not enough for everybody in the house. And then this is the parents' room, very bare bones. And then we've got one bathroom with a really shit tub. And then this is the kids' room. All 3 of them have to share a room right now. Obviously, as time goes on, I want to improve their living situation, but all of the people starting off now are supposed to be broke. Like this is their early stages. They're supposed to work their way up to riches. And I really want, especially these 2 farm families, to become like the old money, rich generational families in town. My great-great-grandfather had started here with just a measly plot of land. That's the kind of vibe we're going for. It's like one of those big houses that I didn't finish the siding on, so that is absolutely atrocious. Don't look. They didn't have enough money to finish the roofing up here, but they wanted all of that natural light to come in from the top. and they wanted those really high vaulted ceilings. So then we have their cutie little chicken coop area. I know the chickens don't actually go in this water, but I just had to make it look cute, you know. This is supposed to be like a bowl where I was like, maybe they have treats or something in there. And then their cow, and I think you can do cows and llamas in this one. I wanted to make this one really big because I don't feel like, and I kind of tried to do some terrain adjusting here. We did some hills. I don't feel like the plots of land that they usually spawn in with for the cow shed is enough for them to enjoy. So hopefully we can make this even bigger. I mean, I would do free range if I could, but I know that the chickens will get eaten by the foxes, so I won't do that. So yeah, that's them. That's our second little farming family. And then we have a fisherman. Prefacing this lot I'm a little bit nervous about. Well, I'm going to show you the family first. So these Sims generated in with a young adult man and his toddler son and his mother. So we've got kind of multi-generational household going on. This is Donald Owens. He's a fisherman. And he loves the outdoors. He's family oriented, loves his mom, loves his son, loves taking care of both of them. But he's also a little bit shady. He will sell his fish to anyone. He will sell it on the black market. I don't know if there is a black market for fish, but if there is, he's there. He just wants to make money to support his family, and he doesn't really care too much about doing things ethically. This is his fisherman outfit. This is his main outfit. And he lives right by the river too. Look at this one. It's perfect, right? And then it's like, can't you just picture a fisherman in the winter out in this outfit? I don't know. I felt like it was great. His mother is Jocelyn Owens. Her aspiration is to have a successful lineage. She is family oriented. She loves her son and her grandson. She's loyal. She's also a little bit mean because she's an old lady. Not that all old ladies are mean, but this one is. I love it. And then this is Glenn. He is the toddler and he is wild, which is perfect because he's living by the river and he is playing with the fish, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to preface this one by saying that this build is unlike anything that I've ever built. It's kind of weird because I kind of tried to do like a Riverlands thing. Obviously the river doesn't come from the river because you have to stay on your lot. You have to use your imagination a little bit for this one, but I hope it's cute. So this is the river that he can just easy access fish on. There's, ooh, look, I caught a dragonfly mid-flight. There's a fishing sign here so he can easily fish on this river, take his little boat and go down or whatever he needs to do. He is going to be going into work with the fishing career. And then I've got kind of just this little like marshy area. So he's got his boat there. And of course, at this shack, I think is so cute. He's got his apron and the bucket for the fish and the wash station and stuff like that. It's all these little shacks and they kind of go around like a marshy, rivery area. Obviously, if you zoom out, it's like, okay, well, why is this back river not joining into a lake? But if you're zoomed in, you can kind of use your imagination that it joins into a lake in the back. I tried to make it a little bit hilly too. So all of these houses kind of have to be on stilts so they don't sink into the marsh. I tried to do something unique. Hopefully you like it. This is his and his son's house. Again, we're very bare bones. Oh, we only have $7 to our name. So this boat must have cost a lot of money. But he's got his little hat and jacket, his kitchen. This is where he sleeps and his son sleeps. This is not how I usually build. I love to just really deck it out, but again, I want to start from the bottom and go up from there. And then we have his mother's little cottage. She's got some wind chimes and she's got her bed. She's got a rug. She's got a few nicer things. He really wants to make sure that she is comfortable living here. And she has her own bathtub as well, so she doesn't have to go into their little outhouse. This is their little outhouse. It has one of those like standing showers and basic sink and toilet. They have like a cutie little fire pit too that they can hang out around. This was really hard to do. I had to make like a bridge across the water. I felt like it turned out pretty cute. So I am happy with this one. And our last family is our little in-town family. So this is kind of the start of a town. And they are a little more modern than our other families because they don't live in the countryside. These Sims generated as 2 women, married and they have a little infant daughter. So this is Caitlin Huff. She is a Renaissance sim. Her job is actually a handy person. So she's like working in the factories or working on the railroad, stuff like that. And she's really smart. She's a genius. She's a little bit childish, and she's the practice makes perfect trait. I don't use this trait a lot, but it's like you're kind of slow at things when you start them, but then the more you do it, you do end up like learning them faster than other sims, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think that could help with the Renaissance sim because it might actually be a little bit of a challenge since she's starting so many different tasks. So she's not going to be like immediately good at anything that she tries, but she'll get there. I gave her just a little more like modern outfits. So she's not wearing like the big long skirts like the other women. I mean, except for this outfit, but she's not all the time, you know, and she's just kind of sometimes a little bit more masculine too. I hate how when you put the masculine outfits on the female bodies, it's like molds to your boob shape. Like no shirt has ever done that for me. That would be amazing. It's like the anime boob. Her wife is Claire Huff. I am obsessed with this sim. I think she's so flippin' cute. Look at her little hat. This is Claire Huff. She is a seamstress. So I actually downloaded Nifty Knitting for this playthrough. I've never played with that pack before. Her aspiration is the one that comes with Nifty Knitting, Lady of the Knits. Her traits are she's clumsy, which I think is really funny because like you have to be kind of like dexterous to be someone who knits. She's a perfectionist too. So she's going to make sure all her projects are looking good. And she's also very creative, of course. And then this is their daughter, Laura Huff. She is sunny. That's what her trait randomized in as. And I was like, what were babies wearing in this time? Just this pretty much, you know? Like they didn't have like a piece of cake on their outfit, you know? And their house is really cute. This was the last one that I built, a smaller house in town. And I kind of tried to do that thatch style. I kind of tried to match all the houses around them. I didn't do perfectly, but kind of. I also tried to match the path because they don't actually give you the same path that spawns in the world to use in build mode. So that's kind of annoying. Look at this view right here with this cute little street sign. It's so cute. This selling table is so that Claire can sell her knitwear. We have kind of like a little living area. See, this was the last house I did, so I added a little bit more clutter. We also have the cross stitch. Figured she could do a little bit of that as well. Just a little cozy fireplace with some chairs to sit. We've got a little kitchen, and here I did the real traditional, like the separate sink and stove from the kitchen. And then this is just kind of like a little sunroom area with a plant going through it again. Put some flower pots in here that they could use. And then I just have a woodworking table for now. I figured that maybe like a lot of their furniture, especially some of their furniture that I'll show you upstairs, maybe Caitlin made because she's a handy person. And this can also help her up that skill too. The manual laborer job is the one I'm talking about. And then in the bathroom, just a sink and toilet, real nice. It's because their sink is out here, or sorry, just a bathroom and toilet. They actually have a lot of money left. They don't have anything outside their house, which honestly was costing most of the money. So then when you go upstairs, we have a baby changing table. We have a little vanity to get ready at. And here's their table. They're in here already, actually. Baby's on the ground, but there's the baby's crib and there's the rocking chair with the nifty knitting stuff. A little toy box and a potty too, which I'm just realizing I don't think I gave that little fisherman's toddler a potty. So he'll need one of those. That's their little house. So I figured that was pretty cute. I would love to eventually open like a knitting store here maybe where she can sell. And that's why there's kind of this extra room on the lot too. Yeah. So those are my 4 founding families for my Origin Legacy Challenge. I'm super excited to play with them. I'm going to be posting videos of the entire playthrough, and I might even stream it a little too. If you're interested in that, just let me know. I will be probably playing this tonight, so I will be posting a video really, really soon with my first playthrough with these families. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that this is exciting. I hope it inspires you to maybe try this challenge. It really got me excited about building a save file and just doing like a more long-term challenge with The Sims. I'm nearing the end of Not So Berry, so I'm looking for something new to start, and this sounded really fun. Hit subscribe, like the video if you like the video, and thank you so much for joining me to watch me chat about my Sims. Let's see what kind of drama they get up to in the first episode. Bye.